really love science so much. I developed passion in science while still in primary school. My curiosity when I was a child on all parameters really opened up my mind to explore on having or being part or playing a role in changing or addressing the issues that we face. I have worked in a agricultural research institution, and more so within the biotechnology spectrum since 2006. So as I joined that research institution, I had to do research in the lab and on plants and all that. And then in 2011, that is what was my change mind, right? Because why did I do that? I used to see learners come in the lab, everyone is bored, they're not asking any questions, they're not even smiling, they're just so serious. So I just realized, oh no, we are missing it. And that's how I went in to look for science communication. I came across science centers, and there was a very big event in Cape Town for Science Centers World Summit. And I realized that the science centers, not just science centers as we know, that centers that do science, but centers where learners, children and all that can go and explore, have hands-on and all that. And there are so many centers like in other parts of the world, developed world. South Africa, there are several. And that is where I attended that session, and it changed my mind. I actually developed now those interactives to engage children, and mostly not just to engage them. One aspect is to attract, engage, and empower. Working with schools is good, but you see curriculum, what are you giving them so that they can do in their schools? So I realized that what we need to do, we need to develop our content. And remember, we know the problems that we are facing, and we can develop solutions to those problems. Practicals are really missing in our schools. So how can we develop content that can be done even in the field? And you have a very good lab experiment. It is attractive, it's engaging, and it is empowering them. So I would say this book, when we were developing it, we were having an open mind on how can it be adopted. And remember, we are not just talking about the book and the practical, because the book contains issues of DNA and what is biotechnology and all that. But we have gone to applied. Applied means we gave them a cassava challenge. So they took tissue culture cassava and they plant it, and they now continue multiplying the cassava within school compound. And they will do value addition of cassava, agribusiness and all that. So we're not just talking about having practical in the lab. We're talking about have practical, and can we do it even on the ground by doing a cassava challenge. So that's what we are looking at. Schools understanding biotechnology and are taking action to address food security as well as climate change. And so far, within that span of 6 months, we've engaged 4,000 learners. And these learners are from low schools, middle end, and high end schools. They are day school, they are boarding school, they are boys, they are girls, and diversify. We wanted them, the willing students, to take up. We didn't also want the teacher to force them to do it. And then also we were not like as we demystify biotechnology as a career, we were not saying like we want everyone to come into biotech. We were not winning the majority or everyone to say, no, all other disciplines are not good, come for biotech. No, we were saying all life is supported by all pillars. Because I think that is where people fail. They tell us that we can survive on one line. Appreciating all disciplines gave us value or an upper hand, and of course that kind of respect. A scientist should have that respect to other values in terms of other curriculums. So the future of this program is to see, one, learners appreciating science. That's number one. Number two, we want to see learners addressing food security right at the level they are in, like in high school. And the other thing, of course, is career. We see learners taking up, I want to be a biotechnologist, I want to be a scientist and all that, so that they help us explore and develop solutions to the world we're facing. I'm a happy scientist, and to be an alumni of Alliance for Science, and also the networks that have gained, especially to work with other fellow like-minded scientists, to really look at various ways that we can address issues, especially the way I said food security is a big issue that we really need to bring every stakeholder together and to work together to develop solutions to addressing food security. and making the world the best place to be.